How to fill a room with qualified leads without paid ads. Hey, my name is JR Spear. I'm the founder and owner of Business Leaders Network. And one thing that I love to do is teaching small business owners how to leverage the power of one-day events to help them generate more leads, increase their revenue, as well as engage with their already amazing community. And one way that I love to do that is through the power of one-day events. Now, when I'm teaching one-day events, this is not about filling a room with 100 to 1,000 plus people because you think that that's where you're going to get the most sales and increase your revenue from there. What I'm teaching people how to do is how to do micro events with 20 or less people. Why 20 or less people? Because one, it's a lot easier to fill seats, it's a lot less expensive, and it's much more engaging with your audience because the way people buy or the way that you make people feel in that room is ultimately how they're going to buy. And so if you make someone feel amazing about what you just presented, they're more than likely going to trust you. You're going to build more authority, more credibility, and then they're going to want to move forward with the next steps. But today we're focusing very strictly on how to fill a room with qualified leads without using paid ads. And the first step is to always start with your list. This is about building your list. Now I'm going to walk you through some steps of what I consider a good list for you to follow up on and how to actually leverage it to help you generate these sales so you can fill the room with the right people. But when you're creating a list, I try to tell people it's like, hey, try to get 100 or more people on this list. But we're going to break it down in 3 different categories. The first one is going to be your hot list. Anyone on this hot list are going to be individuals that have spent any sort of money. It could be $1 or more within the past 3 to 6 months. These are your hot list. These are the people that you want to put on your hot list that have spent any sort of money, have purchased anything. It could be a program, a product, doesn't really matter, but they spent money with you. Why? Because they've already trusted you to be able to give you their credit card and buy something from you. And so try to go through your phone, go through your social media, go through anyone like your client list, anyone in your database and add this to the list of anyone that has purchased anything from you within the past 3 to 6 months. The second part of your list is going to be your warm list. Your warm list are individuals that not necessarily bought anything from you, but it could be a form of a referral from someone. It could be someone that engaged with you on social media, in the DMs. You might have had a phone call with them or a Zoom call or something, but they never pulled the trigger to buy something. They're still interested in what you have to offer, but they never really pulled the trigger to saying, hey, you know what? I would like to buy this. These are the individuals on your warm list. And your cold list is anyone that has been following you, that's kind of in your contact list, maybe your emails, but you never moved forward to a phone call. They never bought anything. You never had a personal one-on-one conversation with you, but that is on your cold list. So everything is going to start with this list. We need to identify who do we have in our network right now that we can start reaching out to make and present them with an opportunity, an invite to your next experience or your event that you have. This is where you start. This is how you get more qualified leads inside of there, is by starting with the people that already know you, that already has some sort of trust and knowing about who you are, what you do, and what you have to offer. And then we've got to create this follow-up process. And so before I kind of dive into the follow-up process, what I do want to say is if you're not able to get 100 or more people on this list, you need to go and start engaging with your audience on all your social media sites. And the best way to do this is through what I call a 2-step post. A 2-step post is a way for you to give a short form content to get people to raise their hands saying, I am interested, and for you to be able to follow up with, present an opportunity and an invite to your experience or your event that you want to be able to do. So a good example of a 2-step post could be, let's just say, looking for entrepreneurs who live in Washington, D.C. See who comments on there. You don't want to give a lot of information. You're just trying to get people to raise their hand saying, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I live in Washington, D.C. They comment below underneath your post. And then that starts the conversation going from there. Now, you don't want your post to be very long form content. You don't want it to be like so much detail. It's just a way to start a conversation and getting people to raise their hands saying, hey, I'm interested. I'm an entrepreneur. I live in Washington, D.C., and I would love to hear more about what you have to offer. And so you can comment back to reply back to their comment to you, and then move it to the DM, start a conversation, and then qualify them, see if it is something that they would be interested in attending your event. But if you don't start with that list and have an idea about who it is that you can invite to your experience and to your event, then it's going to be a lot harder to fill that room. So we have to be intentional about who do we already know, who is already in our contact list and our database that we can continually reach out with. The next step is your follow-up. When you are following up with people, you want to make it more conversational as an invite. What I love to tell people do is imagine that you are hosting a barbecue or a big party at your house. When you are inviting people over to your house or to a barbecue, it's very low key. It's an invite, and it is something just saying, hey, I'm hosting a barbecue. Would you be interested in coming? Love for you to participate. Hey, I'm hosting a party on this day and this time. Are you interested in coming? Don't make it such a hard push, but you're just looking for the right people from that list that you created and inviting them to an experience saying, hey, are you even available on this day? Love to have you there. And then they either say yes or no. If they say, yeah, I'm available this day. What do you have going on? And then you can present them with the next steps for what it is. But this is how you fill it with quality people without paid ads. It does take some work, but you're starting with the people that you already know, starting with people that are already following you, that already trust you, that already have a knowing about who you are and what you have to do. I love to hear from you. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, love for you guys to hit that subscribe button. Follow me as I'm going to bring on more videos and content, but let me know what you guys think about this. Have you created your list? Are you hosting your next event? Let me know what I can support you with. And then also in the comment or the description itself, I'm going to drop a link to my one-day events, conversion blueprint, where I walk you through step-by-step on how you can host your next event to be able to profit from it. And if you guys are interested in jumping on a call where I can give you some tips and strategies how you can make your next event profitable and the best experience possible, make sure you follow me, drop a comment below this video, and I'd love to support you and get on a call to see what I can do to help you. All right, hope you guys have a blessed day and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.